Let's see this question. We're given two equations. So AB plus C equals to 49, and A plus BC equals to 50, and we want to find the products of those three variables. And we're given A, B, C being integers. Let's observe. So if we subtract, if we add, we get A plus C, A plus C. If we subtract, we get AB, A minus C, A, C minus A. Okay, let's try it. Let's try to subtract. So if we subtract, we get AB plus C minus A minus BC. Or should we do this? We get -1. If we do this, we get -1. That's fine. Then AB minus A has a common factor of 8. So let's factor out A. So we have B minus 1. Always think, when we factor out common factors, always think these things like terms like this has 1 multiplied by it. So when we factor out A, we still have 1 here. Okay, that's very important. So then these two terms, we have C minus BC, which we have C as a common factor. Then this C, of course, is 1 times C. So that's why we have 1 minus B. Okay, that equals -1. So here we have -1. Here we have 1 minus B. So we can rewrite this one. We can write as -C times B minus 1, right? You see negative, we still get -B. You still get a +1. So -1, still +1. So then we have A times B minus 1. Now we have a common factor of B minus 1. Right, so let's factor out B minus 1. Then the first term left with A. The second term left with minus C. So that equals to -1. Okay, now we know A, B, C be integers. So if A, B, C be integers, the -1 is still integer. You know, they minus each other is still integers. So we have integer times integer to be -1. So we have possibilities. So the first one, maybe this is +1. This is a -1. Or this is a -1, this is a +1, right? Because we only have two choices. +1 times -1 is -1, -1 times +1 is -1. So two cases. Okay, let's deal with the first case. First case is B minus 1 equals to +1, but A minus C is -1. So let's write both. 2 is B minus 1 equals to -1, but A minus C is +1. All right, so we want to, right, because we want to find the product of A, B, C. Is there any quick way we can do that? Okay, so this one, the second one, so of course, B, you can solve it. B equals to 2 right away, right? We get a B equals to 2 right away. And this one, we get a B equals 0. Well, this one is easier. Let's deal with this one first. Right, we add 1 both sides, we get B equals 0. Then A, B, C, doesn't matter of A and C is, A, B, C will always be 0. So this is one of the solutions. So this solution takes a little bit of time. So B equals 2, and A minus C equals -1. Well, let's just go back to the first equation maybe. So the first equation gives us A times B, which is 2A, then plus C equals to 49, right? Now maybe we add those two, because -C plus C, that will give us 0. So let's add those two equations. A plus 2A, that's 3A. -C plus C, that's a 0. -1 plus 49. 49 is positive, get a 48. So in this case, A equals to 48 divided by 3, which is 16. All right. Then C, because A minus C equals to -1 from this one given, right? So 16 minus C equals to -1. So C equals to 17. Because 16 minus 17 is -1. All right, let's just multiply. So A times B times C equals to 16 times B is 2 times C, which is 17. Well, 16, 17. So how do we do this? Let's do 2 times 16 times 17 can be, you can use calculator, of course, right? So in this case, I have 2 times 16 squared plus 16. Well, 16 squared, if I don't want to use a calculator, I can think as a sum. The sum of squares, right? I can think as 10 plus 6 squared. So I get 10 squared, which is 100. 2 times 10 times 6, 10 times 6, 60, times 2, 120. Then plus 6 squared, which is 36. So then I get 220, right? Add 100, then plus 36, I get 256. Of course, if you remember 16 squared is, often you can encounter the number is 256. So I have 2 times 256 plus 16. Right? 256 plus 16 is 272. 272, then in the end we multiply by 2, get 4, we get 14, carry on 1, 554. Okay, so I encourage you not to use calculator. All right, we have a built-in calculator in our head. Try to use that one.